Hi everyone, this is Hassan Jaffer, and very sad to see all the world events that are happening, but I thought I'll make a video to really put in perspective what we can expect and also to give you some hope about the future, because there's some major changes coming in the beginning of 2024. Now I'm going to give you visual images so you can actually see what's going on. And the main aspect is Pluto being in the sign of Capricorn and moving into a sign of Aquarius. This happens only once in 246 years. Now, being in Capricorn, we saw some major positive changes also, but some very destructive changes also. See, Pluto represents the changes at the fundamental level. And Capricorn is a sign for manufacturing and big business and corporations and government and attitude towards the masses and towards material possessions. And we saw a complete transformation in all these areas. Now, I predicted way before, many years, the abuse of power by the government and censorships. All these themes are part of Pluto being in the sign of Capricorn, where everybody becomes sort of a dictator, regardless of which party is in power. And global warming, that would be recognized, that was one of them. Of course, it's been used as a political game as well. And also the harnessing of the solar power, although this will come later on in 2024, much more. But the beginning of that has already started. And from large institutions to manufacturing plants, the pollution, etc., was also in review. One of the predictions I said that synthetic diamonds might be manufactured also. And I think they did a lot of work on that as well. But the major thing is that the misuse of power by big corporations, the censorship of free speech, and the government misuse, all that part was happening. Now, when you look at the image of this thing, you will see that this is from my astro calendar, this subscription service that we have. Makes you an astrologer literally in about 5 minutes. And under Pluto, you will notice that now I could also show the dates, the exact aspects, but you don't need to see all the numbers and all that, you see. In fact, just the visual part is like 70 or 75,000 times faster than words or numbers. Brown that you see here, this is all Pluto in Capricorn. And on 23rd of March in 2023, it went into Aquarius. And it went on till the 10th of June. Now, within this period, there was some major AI and robots and all these themes that happened, especially with the GPT 3.5, then GPT-4, that came in power. Now, the rest is all, as you can see in 2023, is all this misuse of power. Now, let's move on to 2024. You will notice that in January, on January 21st, Pluto moves back into Aquarius. So it's in Capricorn till then, where there'll be tremendous misuse, October, November, December, this whole period, right till January of 20th. Right after that, Pluto goes to Aquarius again. Now, Aquarius to me is also people power. It's the mass community, the world community, the social media. So instead of hearing all the news and all that from the television stations, you'll hear more from the X and the social media. In fact, Tucker Carlson was fired by Fox, is represented by this Pluto in Capricorn, and he used to have like 5-6 million people a day. Now he's got 250 million on X. So these reliable sources would be much more from social media, from actual people, rather than the big corporations. So 21st of January starts, goes on right till 1st of September of 2024. Now, at that time, on the 2nd of September of 2024 till 19th of November of 2024, this is the last gasp of that Pluto in Capricorn and misuse of power and the big corporations and the government misuse, etc. Then it's completely gone, never to repeat in our lifetime again. So this community power that I'm talking about, and the AI is taking over, not really taking over, but helping us a lot. And the AI tellers, for example, AI lawyers, hopefully AI judges also, because once you program them with the logic and the legal aspects, it sticks to it. It doesn't take sides that, so that'll be true aspect of justice is blind will come at that time. And this starts on 20th of November. Now, this is 2024. So when I move on to 2025, you'll see it's all gone completely, never to repeat itself in our lifetime. And 26, also again, the same thing. It's completely gone. So this is a fantastic aspect, of course. But in 2023, it's the maximum aspect of this misuse of power. But you did see in about end of March, April, May, till about mid-June, you did see the aspect of the robots and the AI, etc., coming over. Now, one of the things which I wrote about Pluto in Aquarius The actual timing of this, what I call the age of the robots and AI, with that Pluto going into Aquarius from 23rd of March 2023 to 11th of June of 2023, and then it re-enters from 20th January right till 8th of March of 2043. Pluto will continue in Aquarius with just about 3 months in between in 2024 towards the end, as you can see, with that brown color that you see. It's just for the last time it's coming there. Now, this is the true digital information. However, we don't have to worry about the GPT, etc., because it doesn't have much memory. Hopefully, it will have memory by December of 2023 and then 2024 for sure. But even then, it's very sequential. It's not like, you see, the most important aspect of the genius in the human, even there's a visual aspect. A baby looks at a baby bottle and immediately crawls towards it. A computer, you'll have to make millions of permutations that it's not orange, it's not apple, it's not this, it's not that, to come to that same conclusion. So it's very sequential. But the visual part, they've not, even though it's image enabled now, ChatGPT, but still it's nowhere close to the human aspect. Now, if you give a flowchart, for example, it can immediately analyze it. But it's not the same as, and I'm sure that throughout 2024, you'll be able to put the code, the actual code, and be able to make flowcharts out of it, hopefully. And this is one of the things I think is going to be completely revolutionary. So the visual part is extremely important. That's the domain of robots as opposed to computers, because computers are just binary. Now, it's very interesting, the human body, we have over like 36 senses or so in the body, not just 6 senses or 5 senses. So the sensory perception is analog and digital. So all our nervous system, all our senses, they're all analog, but the processing is binary in the brain, just like a computer. So it's really interesting, but the sensory aspect, that's where the robots come in. And you'll have, of course, robotic partners and AI partners and who can speak different languages and different actors or actresses' voices. All that part is coming up. And I predicted that way before, many, many years ago, that it's coming up. Now, it's interesting that for USA, this is a very important aspect also, because 246 years ago is when USA was born, you might say, came into existence. So it's the first Pluto in Aquarius cycle actually going through. So there'll be revolutionary advance in the space age, and the internet, of course, will become much more intrusive also, and will redefine humanity and also the universal values, you might say. But the most important thing with the Aquarius aspect is that it applies to everyone. Just like the internet, you can have the evil and you can have the saints on the same highway. Nuclear fusion and optics, they'll all have advanced to a stage where now they'll be commonplace everywhere. And virtual reality will become much more realistic. That's going to be a very, very important aspect, actually. Now, America was founded in 1776, which is 246 years in 2022, which is exactly one Pluto cycle. The new Aquarian age actually starts now. The world of AI, robots, digital therapists, digital actors, like Bruce Willis was the first actor who made a digital impression of himself and actually in a movie, having his own double. And social causes and welfare benefits for all humanity, that's become a very important aspect. The world digital currency and, of course, the crypto. We around the world, as the central banks try to gain control over unregulated crypto, so they'll try to get in also. And the biggest fake news revolution also is coming up with all the AI, with the voices, just like actual person, and as if the president or the prime minister said something when they didn't actually, and even their faces, it's all like fake actors and fake singers. So the virtual government now will try to make inroads with the common people. So there are certain dangers that everything is crypto, everything is all in binary aspect, and the marketing and advertising, all that become very, very intrusive. That is the danger part for sure. But all the bulldozers and the bombings and all that part, I do see becoming much less. Now the EMF and the electromagnetic aspect, the EMF technology will become much more prevalent. Or, for example, when they try to use the waves to create earthquakes, etc. So there are certain dangers involved with it. But I do perceive that I think it'll become an absolutely amazing aspect because, first of all, another very important aspect is that the Democrats and Republicans, for example, Republicans are fiscally very responsible. And they do not want to give out handouts for where Democrats want the universal health and universal education, but they don't care how much money is spent. Now, I believe that these two will become much closer because of AI throughout 2024. As Pluto goes into Aquarius, the high-level education will become very cheap and affordable for everyone. Also, healthcare will become much cheaper because the diagnosis of it will be 10 times better than any doctor because, AI is much, much faster and absolutely fantastic logic that it has. So it'll be able to diagnose things much so the healthcare will become much cheaper. And at that time, Republicans won't have any problem because you're not spending millions and millions on these things at all. So it'll become like a universal aspect of healthcare and also education accessible to everyone at every corner of the world. Now, hopefully, we'll also have the Ministry of Peace rather than all the Ministry of Defense and warmongers and all that. You know, it's very sad that people actually make money in the stock with all these F-35s. I mean, the war is big business for people. If they had any conscience, they would never buy stocks for companies which are dealing with war and killing people and children and innocent, women and children. So that would be the conscious aspect around the world, all the virtual concerts. And we have seen a touch of that with the Zoom and remote businesses, etc. So the world will become much closer to us and the virtual reality will become much, much better. So this is the advent of all the Aquarius theme that you can see. So remain hopeful. From about end of January of 2024, this major change is coming and shift is coming. Before that, there'll be some rebuilding of many of the buildings that have been destroyed by all the bombs and all that. But the consciousness is coming up from that 20th of January. And throughout from end of 2024, it becomes a major theme. So as you can see again, just to recap the last part, going back to 2023 when the GPT all came up, from April, May, and June, you can see on 23rd of March, actually, it started right till June 10th of 2023. Then in 2024, you will see it from 21st of January. Till that time, you'll see all the censors and all the big government misusing power, etc. And then the social media will take over and all the news mostly will be much more dependent from social media than anything. And until the 1st of September and then 2nd September, right till 19th of November, you can see again, this is the last power grab of Pluto in Capricorn, the governments and all. And then starting from 20th of November of 2024, we're in a completely new territory and all the AI, etc., will become much more prevalent. And it goes on throughout 2025, etc. It'll go on for right till 2043. But that Pluto in Capricorn will never come back in our life. So hopefully, this is giving you some hope that good times are coming still. And the people power, the true democracy is coming up. Just like internet brought a lot of communication all around the world. Small companies look big also on the internet, depending on the website. Same type of thing at a much higher level around the world. It's almost like virtual government. And this will bring a lot of peace around the world. This is Hassan Jaffer. And if you like the video, do subscribe to our channel. And I wish you all the best.